Today is October 1st, 2019. It's a Tuesday. I didn't go to school today. Wasn't feeling healthy. I don't know how to describe it. I just had this bad feeling throughout my entire body. It's still there a little bit, but I feel better. And I don't have a fever or anything like that, so I don't know if I'm sick. But my name is Eli Felder. Well, Eli Wachsler-Felder, actually. Um, and 2019 has been a really awful year for me. It pretty much started in July. I was supposed to go on a trip, an exchange trip to Israel with a big group of people. Uh, but at one of the meetings, it was a sleepover at one of the members' houses. Um, uh, oh, like a little bit after I went to bed, I started feeling really nauseous and awful, and I had been feeling pretty bad, not like awful, like I didn't know I was sick or anything like that, but like I was drinking a lot of water and I didn't want to eat anything, and eventually I had to throw up, and I vomited blood about 15 times that entire night, and my mom couldn't pick me up and take me to urgent care until about 7 in the morning because we didn't think it was that urgent. And we went to urgent care. They told me to go to the emergency room, so we had to drive about half an hour, 45 minutes to get to the emergency room. And once we were at the emergency room, I had stopped vomiting by then, and I was there for about an hour and a half, maybe two. And they had to do a procedure on me where they put me to sleep, and they found out that I had varicose veins in my esophagus, which means that they were bulging out and being really puffy. And apparently, I must have ate something that must have cut one of the veins open, and I started bleeding internally, and that's why I was vomiting up blood. So they had to do a procedure called an endoscopy, which is where they put a camera down my throat and they put bands around my esophagus to try to keep the swelling down. And after that, I was in the hospital for about 5 days afterwards because they wanted to keep tabs on me, make sure I was physically healthy and I wasn't gonna develop anything. And they hadn't figured out what was wrong with me, or at least they did know, but they didn't tell us for some reason. And once I was out of the hospital, they had me get weekly drawings to see if my blood levels and all that stuff was good. And it turns out my platelet count and my white blood cell count was low, so my immune system was pretty shot, and my platelets were low, meaning I couldn't clot, which is why the bleeding lasted so long in my esophagus. Um, it sorry. We found out that after I had been getting blood drawn for about a month, maybe two, we found out a couple weeks ago that they had figured out what was wrong with me in the hospital. They were just seeing if I would move past it or develop, like, or age out of it, rather. Um, It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I went to one of my doctors. It was my liver doctor, my hepatologist, I believe, and she told me that I'm going to be needing a liver transplant. We don't know when. We were thinking January of next year. That's the benefit. We don't have. We have my brother who volunteered to be a living donor. He is 2 years older than me. He he wanted to. As soon as I told him, he volunteered, and I thought that was really nice. Even because we haven't had the best relationship over the years, and honestly, it's helped a lot. I I've been in school since school started, but it's been very difficult to do all the things that I've wanted to do, especially with all these doctor's appointments that I still have to go to, and all these all these just hardships that I have to go through. It's it's awful. It's pretty bad. My birthday is in 2 days, but I'm honestly not excited for it. I'm just really stressed out right now. It's been hard. It's been really hard. I've been masking it for the sake of my family and my friends, so they don't have to worry about me. Then again, they did know I was in the hospital, so they still are worried. And it's I haven't had any motivation recently for anything really. All my passion for anything that I had been driven towards since before July is gone. I had wanted to get in to go into music because that was my one true I wanted to do that all my life. I've loved it. Did it in school, did it at home, and I was doing it before July, and it's gone. I mean, I still like music. I still listen to it every day. It's a huge part of my life. I just don't have motivation to do it. My band director in school says that I've been lacking emotion when I play. I've been not being able to keep time, seeing as I'm the drummer of the jazz band. I've been just not playing as loud as I need to be, or as he said, emotionally as I need to be, and it's difficult. Drumming is hard to begin with, but if you're not motivated to do it, it's this whole past year has made me want to rethink my life. I don't know what I'm gonna do. School is just seems mind-numbingly pointless. It's like I think I'm having an existential crisis because I don't know what to do. I'm like, if I continue with school, I can get a good career, but yeah, then I'll be working the rest of my life. starting therapy soon. Same therapist my brother sees. Hopefully that helps. My mom is a psychologist, but she's been also going through many things. She's having surgery on my birthday, and her son is on track to having a liver transplant, which is a very serious surgery. Can't imagine what she's going through. And I really just I want it to be over, not just for me, for her. She is the strongest person in my life. She does everything for me. She makes sure I'm fed. I have a house. She makes sure I'm happy. She wants to make sure that I've been comfortable and I've been happy with all this stuff going on. I've been hiding it, and I've been being strong because of her. She's the reason. If she wasn't in my life, I don't know what I would do. I'm a mess. I don't have too many friends. Not many people think of me as a really great guy. There are some people that think that, like, but then again, they don't talk to me that much. They say that they're my best friends. They don't prove it, though. It's whatever. I've dealt with that my whole life. It's hard because I wanna do something with my life. I wanna make people happy. I wanna be that guy in a room that everybody smiles when he shows up. I feel like it's just given me a new perspective that I should before all this happened, I was very narcissistic. I used to think that I was the most important thing that in my life. Now that I was at risk of dying, that's really hard to say. It makes me realize how much of a part of other people's lives I am. I want to continue being part of. I want to continue being part of people's lives. I don't know if anyone's going to see this. If you are seeing this, thank you. You don't even. Thank you. That's all for now. I'm probably going to make more of these.